because when I first moved to Vegas, we was actually neighbors at a loft out here. I don't want to say the loft name, but we just kicked it, hit it off as neighbors. I already knew who he was and shit, just because I've been seeing him in porn since like VHS days and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Old school.
Yeah. So then, since I never said nothing about it, I think around the third time we ran into each other, he actually brought up porn, and I was like, man, I been knew who the fuck you was, bro. I just ain't say shit. And because I do celeb security, so I know how they feel sometimes and shit. Don't want to be bothered. So he was like, man, I like that. You ain't come off as no fan of no shit. He's like, you know, you fit. You ain't no ugly nigga, no homo, but you ever thought about being in the industry? And I was like, his exact words, bro. Yeah. And I was like, man, every man that thought about that shit, I mean, it's gonna happen. Yeah. So we exchanged phone numbers, and I actually kind of, I ain't gonna say turned it down, but I had to think about it. You know what I mean? So I went home, talked to the baby moms real quick about it. She was like, man, you a single dad. Go ahead and do that shit. You just get in the bag for our baby. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right. You know, so the game plan was to just do it for a few months, stack the bread up, and then open a gym out here in Vegas. But then them damn AVN awards and shit started coming in and getting nominated for Best Male Newcomer and all of that.
And for yourself, how long you been in the industry?
I've been in the industry 2.5 years. So I'm still kind of a newbie, but I've dibbled and dabbled.
For you ladies working at like professional businesses, like is it still somebody referred you like, hey, like I'm not sure if you'd be into this. Is this okay? Like, would you want to check it out, or you should, or they just flat out tell you, come on, girl, like come get this money, like it's easy work. Like,
oh yeah, they'll tell you like, hey, you should come and try it, you know, because it's not for everybody. Some people will try to get their feet wet, thinking like, oh, it's easy, it seems easy, but mentally. You have to be like in the right state of mind to do any type of sex work because if you're not secure with who you are, you're gonna let your mind run free and it's gonna mess with you. Like you really have to be secure.
Agreed.
Or it's just not for you.
So what would you guys say about like worrying about like friends and family, like?
So at first, when I first started, I was nervous because before here, I was an aircraft mechanic. So I worked in aerospace. I worked on the F-35 fighter jets. So I worked for the government. So when I first started, I was like, people are going to know. And, you know, I worked with a bunch of guys. So I was like, I don't want people to think of me crazy or think that I'm just a hoe. And then once I started making the money, I was like, man, fuck what they think. They're not even paying my bills. Like, they're not paying my bills. They're not feeding me. Like, now it's different if they're like, hey, let me pay you rent and take you out on a date. Okay, well, yeah, I'll tell you what I'm doing. Maybe I'll think twice before I do this or that. But if you're not, I don't care. I don't care what anybody thinks anymore. My mom knows what I do. My dad knows what I do. My baby daddy knows what I do. I don't care.